Page 17. This is going to be a lesson on the great cookie chase and the left-hand cookie cutter. So we're dealing with cookies here, because the great cookie chase is the right hand and the cookie cutter thingy is the left hand. I'm just going to cover them both here. The technique they're after, and it's not a secret, it's just a technique, is the round hand shape. Careful on that. Again, I don't agree with grabbing a ball, because that you can feel the tension in the arm when you do that. It's just to relax. The hand has a natural curve to it. The fingers have a natural curl. That's what we're after. It's just that when you're using a little finger, it's a weak finger. Sometimes it'll collapse. Rather than here, it'll collapse. And it straightens out. We want to avoid that if we can. Well, it doesn't take much to push a note down. You're letting weight do it, I hope. You just keep the little finger curled and just gently drop the weight into the key. Just real gentle. That's all. And here, we're playing two notes at the same time. You see, you have a C and a G. And so you're lowering the whole hand. When you play more than one note at a time, you're lowering the whole hand down more. I'm sort of lowering the whole hand with one note, but with more than one note is definitely the whole hand down. Whichever. Gently, and let the wrist collapse a little bit. However, they're introducing you to some music notation they're not explaining. I'm a little bit concerned about that. Maybe there's another method book that goes along with this book and they explain it in that one. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up. But they're putting it in here, and this is the first time I'm seeing it in the book, so I'm going to explain it. So if you already know it, sit back and relax for a little bit. I'll get back to you in a minute. And that is, we got the notes, but now they're not just free floating. Now the notes are actually in 5 lines. They're in what we call a staff. I'm not going to get into it in a great deal of detail. I'll talk a lot more about a staff and music notation as we go through these books. But those 5 lines is called a staff. And we put the notes on the lines because that tells us which note on the piano to play. You see that curly thing at the beginning of that staff? It's called a treble clef or a G clef. And it's simply telling you, it sets the notes in the staff to a certain note. Because a note in a staff can be anything. But that clef sign at the beginning, that locks it down. Look at here on Great Cookie Chase on the second quarter note, that G, that is a G, by the way, the second quarter note. The clef sign is actually telling you where that note is. It's a G clef. If you know where that note is, you can figure out any of the other notes. The point is, on this piece, we are playing middle C and a G. These 2 notes. The only 2 notes we're playing. That's really all I want to get into right now. We're just doing that. Playing these notes, and your thumb here and 5th finger here is the right hand, and we're just going 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember those vertical lines? Well, they're here too. So you're just counting up to that, and then you start over counting again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then you repeat it. So you plan it twice, okay? I'm letting the wrist collapse a little bit each time. I'm just dropping the weight gently down into the keys. That's all. And keep this little finger curved. Don't straighten it out. No. If you want to play loud, you simply use a lot of weight. You're heavy. If you want to play soft, it's very little weight. You're very light. That's all. Now for the cookie cutter thing, that's for the left hand, and we're basically doing similar thing, except you'll notice the sign, the symbol at the beginning is not that squiggly thing. This is a curved thing with 2 dots. It's another clef sign, a different one's called an F clef or bass clef, and it tells you where F is. Look at the second quarter note. Down, I'm on the bottom now, the bottom line. The second quarter note is an F, and it's below middle C here. The clef sign is telling you where that note is on the staff. You know where that note is, you can figure the others out, and I'll talk more about that later. My point is, right now, we're using the F and middle C again. Here, but for the left hand. So we're in this position. Now we're just playing these 2 notes. 1, 2, 3, repeat it and keep, okay. That's what the left hand is doing. And then, of course, you have the dynamics. Heavy at the beginning, it's loud. And then later on, it's soft, light. Yeah. That's what this page is about. What we want is to keep the hand basically in this position, and we're simply lowering it down gently. Don't collapse the fingers or anything. Just keep it in that position and let the weight do the work for you. Just relax and let the weight of the arm and the hand is plenty heavy enough, no matter how little you are, they're heavy enough to push a note down, because it takes no effort to push a note down to speak of. I'm not going to do play with me's on these, because really all we're doing is you're doing this to try and keep a good hand position as you're playing these things. Let me know if you have questions.